Recording.
Hi, my name is Karen, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to make a big batch of granola. Now this granola feeds my family of 5 for about a whole week, and what it does, it gives you enough sustenance to make it through from breakfast all the way to supper. So what you do is, first of all, you get yourself a big pan like this, and you grease the bottom. I buy the big quantities here, and I use corn oil, and I pour corn oil all over my pan. I get the sides so that my oatmeal is not going to stick to the sides, and I put like a 1/4 of an inch of oil down in the pan, and then I add a package of coconut, a package of slivered almonds on top, and then I'm also going to add some walnuts. And then my husband likes flaxseed, and I just sprinkle. And a lot of this, I would say there's probably a 1/2 cup of flaxseed. And you probably wouldn't need to add that much, but my husband likes a lot of flaxseed. So, and what I'm doing now, if you want to follow me over here, I am melting a cup of honey with a stick of butter. And I get that melted, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of vanilla. It's probably about 2 tablespoons of vanilla. And in this mixture, this will this helps your granola all stick together, and we like our granola very chewy. We don't like it the hard, crisp type of granola, and this will make your granola really crisp, or really moist and chewy. Okay, so now what am I going to do here is I am going to pour this mixture over my granola, all my dry ingredients here. Okay, and I like to pour like half of the mixture, and I still have walnuts here to cut up too, so. And we'll just let that set. And I like to do the old-fashioned way. Got this big cleaver here. You can get these at the Chinese outlet stores. It's good for cutting up vegetables, nuts, whatever you have. And I like to buy my walnuts in quantity too, because we use them to put in our scones that we make, cookies, everything, breads, cinnamon rolls. Okay, kind of get that all moved together here. Chop, chop, chop. Okay, now just scoop that up, and we'll sprinkle that over. One more. And one more ingredient. Stay there. Okay. One more ingredient that I like to add is cinnamon. Cinnamon is really good for you. It keeps your blood pressure low. So I like to, as you can see, I buy my cinnamon in quantities too. So let's just stir this up here. I've got a really big batch going here. And I also, what I do is I put my granola in little baggies too. I fill my big jar up, and whatever's left over I put in little bags, ziploc bags, and I freeze it. And we have a son over in Afghanistan that loves this granola, and he says he eats a bowl of it every morning, and it keeps him until supper time. So I've been sending batches of 8 to 10 bags of granola over to him in Afghanistan every 2 weeks.
My other sons do.
And we also have, well, I got 5 sons and 2 daughters, and our other sons that are away from home all get bags of granola too. So they all want Mom's granola. So I thought, well, I'm going to share my recipe with you, and if you have loved ones that love granola. Here you go. And if it looks like it's being a little dry, just go ahead and just add some more oil. I added just a little more oats this time, just to kind of make it go last longer. So I may have to add a little more honey. We'll see. But anyway, and then what you do when you get it stirred really good, make sure all your oats in the corners are wet, either with oil or honey. And you see that honey will help hold together the flaxseed, the coconut, the almonds, and you can kind of see the texture is nice and wet. And so at this point, I'm getting close to mixing it here. There's still a few dry oats on the bottom there. I want to make sure I saturate it all with oil. Just a little more. Now, one of my sons says that he prefers not to have so much honey because he doesn't want it too sweet. So that's why I like to just use about a cup to cup and a half of honey, and you melt that with your 1 stick of butter on the stove. So that's why I try to hold back on the honey a little bit. Okay, I think I've got it mixed pretty good. So now what we're going to do is we're going to throw it in the oven at 325, and you want to put it in there for an hour, and every 15 minutes take it out and stir, and there you have your granola. And then after an hour you can tell that it'll brown, and when you stir it, it'll just totally get eventually all get toasty brown, and that's what you want. So what we're going to do is we're going to put this in the oven now. Oh goodness, I got chicken breasts going. So we're going to pull them out, and I'm going to put that in the oven, and then we'll stir it in 15-minute increments for 4 times, and voila, you've got your homemade granola.